Welcome back to the channel. Today is August 8th. We're solving spiral matrix 3. So, given the cell to start, R start, and C start of a row by columns grid, we want to do it in spiral way and then add the coordinate representing the position of the grid in the order we visited. So let's say we start at 0, 0, which is here. And then you have one row and 4 columns is given. So the way you visit it will be 1, and then you go 2, and then you start spiraling it, get to 3, and go to 4. So let's see if we can find a pattern in the spiraling. It looks like we just need to go through the spiral way and then add everything until your result, like the output array has the number of the rows by columns, which in this case is 4, and then in this case there are 5 rows and 6 columns, and then you want to get 30 items into your output, and then you call it done, right? So let's see if we can find a pattern in the spiraling, and then we can start figure out the coding, right? So if you look at, I'm not doing some fancy thing today. All right, let's look at this 1, 2, 3, 4. So given that we start at this index, right? This is what the question's saying. And then we start spiraling clockwise, and then first going to the right. So this is where I will be going. And then after I go right for 1, I go down. And then I go left. I need to pass this one, right? So I go left. And then I go up. And then I go right again. Oops. Right, what comes after this? You go down, right? 1 is here, hitting here, 2 is here, and then you go 3. Okay, so why am I changing colors when doing this? So because this is a pattern right here, right? So in the beginning, we will do 1 step, and then we do 1 step 2 times, here and here. And then we do, when we switching a direction, after 2 times, we do that direction for 1 more step, which is 2 steps, and then we do it to 2 directions. And then we plus 1 step, which is now we know that we need to go 3 steps in another direction that we're going, which is right. So we do 3 step to the right and 3 step to down. And then now what? So now here, after this, we're doing 4 steps, right? So we're doing 4 steps to the left, 1, 2, 3, and then past here 4, right? So we're doing 4 steps to the left, and then what else? We want to do 4 steps to the top. And then we've done 4 steps, we switch a direction, and then we do 5 steps for 2 directions. And then we switch another direction, we do 6 steps, right? So that's what happened. This is like a spiral way, right? So when we look at this, we will call this a row. This is 1 row and 4 columns, right? So if we want to do to the right in the first place, right, we can say this to be increase none in the row and increase 1 to the column, because that's going to another column, right? How about when you say going down, right? When you say going down, we increase by 1 row, but then not increase in the column, right? What about when you want to go to just going left, just going down, all right? What happens if you want to go to the left, right? When you go left, you are not moving your rows. You just get the same rows, but then you're moving backward. So you move from, let's say if this is column 2, you move back to column 1, right? If it's 1 index, so it's -1. What happens if you go up? If you go up, you -1 on your rows, right? And then your columns stay the same. Now, do we know the direction? Like, where should we go first and then next? Yeah, we should go left first, right? This is, go right first. This is the first one. And then we go down, and then we go left, and then we go up, right? So from here, we can start coding out something, right? Right, so we can set the direction to be whatever I have, 0, 1, and then 1 0 I believe is 0 -1, and then -1 0. And then I also said something at the beginning where when I have an output, my output will be 1 times 4, right? The rows times columns. So yeah, let's do a result equals this, and then set while length of the result, since this is dynamic, this in Python, now the length of the result is 0, and then while it's still less than rows times columns, we know that we're not finished traversing every place. Rows, why am I spelling this? Okay, rows times columns, right? Okay, so we keep doing this while loop. So as I said, we find a pattern. The pattern is this is one step, one step, one step. So we can set this to be 1. So step, initialize it to be 1, and then we initialize the direction to be 0. Direction is basically means this one. So when we set direction, it will be whichever direction we try to go. So the first one is 0 index, and then we try to go to the right. So I'll just use underscore in range 2, means that for every time we switch to a direction, right? Not to the direction, adding to a step, we want that step to apply to 2 direction. So now if I say I want to move 1 step, it applies to going to the right and going to the down, right? And then for dash in step, in range step, because so in the step, right, you want to know how many steps you want to move. That's why. So for 2 direction, let's say this, for right and down. In right, now step is 1, so you want to move 1 time, and then you move 1 time right, you done the for loop inner, and then you go out to this for loop, and then you go down and you do 1. Later on, you do going to the left, you go left, and then there's 2 steps, so you want to move 2 times. That's how this for loop works. Okay. So now we hit a new coordinate, and then we want to add the coordinate when it is a valid coordinate, right? So we can say if rsort is greater or equals 0, and at the same time is less than rows, and C star, the same thing, is in the range less than columns. If this is the case, we can say that you want to add this thing into result, right? So result.append rsort and C star. All right, when you're done, you want to go increase your the direction. So you want to increase your rsort by the direction, right? And C star. So this is for the inner for loop. So when you get out the inner for loop, now we know we are switching the direction. So you set the direction equals to the direction plus 1. So you're switching to the next one, and then mod 4, because there's only 4 directions for you. So when we get out of this, we actually increment the step by 1, because we know that we have done the one going right and down, right? There's 2 steps, and then now we increase the step, and then going for 2 more directions. At the end, you just need to return the result. Oh, I misspelled this again. All right. So for our start less than rows, okay, accept it, and then we'll submit this. So this runtime actually will be the max of row or columns. One of them, the max of rows and columns, and then square it because we actually go out of loop and do the rotation, spiraling again and again. All right, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video.